And now, it's time for Common Sense with Connie.
Hi, I'm Connie, the Common Sense Consultant. It's my job to tell you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. Let's get started. So lately I've been talking about the pandemic and the quarantine and all the different things we're doing to keep ourselves busy during a lot of this downtime that many of us are experiencing. A lot of times that means we're jumping onto social media and we're getting into some shenanigans that aren't so good. So here's another one I wanted to talk about today, and that is internet giveaways. Now listen, I understand the appeal of these things, okay? It's very enticing when you see something that says, oh, click on our page and we're gonna give away a free Toyota. All you gotta do is click like and post a comment and share it with a friend or tag somebody. So easy. Almost sounds too good to be true. Yeah, you know that thing about how if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is? That still applies. It applies even more on the internet. Listen, I'm not saying that nobody's ever done it, okay? There are legitimate giveaways. Most people aren't just giving away a car. Usually, if you're going to give away a prize of that magnitude, you're going to pay for the raffle tickets because that offsets the cost of the car, right? Okay, there's the common sense part of it for you. So here's where the common sense is lacking. When you see this post that somebody shared, because that's part of it, right? You also have to share it so that other people see it and you're like, ooh, Toyota of West whatever that I've never heard of is giving away a free 2020 Prius. I want one of those, who wouldn't? And some of you just dive right in and you like it and you comment, I want the Toyota, and then you share it. And that's the end of the transaction for you. You don't do any looking to see if this is even a real page. You just take it at face value because the header photo is a Toyota Prius and the profile picture is a Toyota Prius. And there might be like one other picture from the post of a Toyota Prius. But if you stop and look at these things, that's all that's in the whole page. It's a business page for a Toyota dealership, and their first post ever is they're giving away a car? Does that sound likely? I don't think it sounds likely. Here's what I think it is. I think it's somebody who wants to get a whole bunch of people to join their page, and then they're going to change it to whatever stupid thing they're doing. Some pyramid scheme or some gaming page or who knows what it is. Pulling you in with the offer of a free Toyota. And you just go for it. I mean, come on. You gotta use a little common sense with these things. If this was a legitimate Toyota dealer, I mean, let's look at one. Okay, let's find an actual Toyota dealer. Let's have this experiment together in the moment. I'm gonna consult the oracles, also known as my tablet. Let's go to Facebook. Let's see what happens if I search on Bach Toyota, because that's one I know of. Bach Toyota Norwood, that's real. Okay, car dealership, open now. Already there's more information than anything else you've ever seen. About 277 Providence Highway, Route 1, the Auto Mile, we all know the Auto Mile, Norwood, Mass, right? Open now. There's a website, there's all kinds of information, totally legit. When you go to the About page for these ones giving away things, there's nothing there. But here's the thing. Before you even click on this thing, okay, so this is hard, because when I do the search and there's Bach Toyota comes up in the search, and if I were to hover over that on a desktop or laptop, I would see down the bottom what the address is. Okay, now if I click on it, can I see it at the top? It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if there's a way to share the link to the actual Facebook page About. This is an experiment. We're doing it together. If I want to share, copy link. I'm going to put this in my email so I can actually see what it is, okay? This is longer than you'd want to spend. I'm with you on that. But I'm just going to stick it there if I go paste. All right, www.facebook.com/Bach Toyota, right? Now, if I were going to click on the link, go into that post, whether I searched on it or it appeared on my newsfeed, if I just hover over it, down the bottom, I should be able to see that address, facebook.com/Bach Toyota. I know it's legit. When you hover over a link and you see 9,000 numbers and letters that mean nothing, a bunch of gibberish, that's your first clue that it's not a legitimate page for a Toyota dealership. And then maybe you don't want to participate in this contest, okay? Because you don't actually know who it is. And by the way, nobody's winning a free car. But because you would have no way of following up on that, you're not even going to remember what page it was. You didn't make note of the name of the dealership. They're just going to change the page name to something else. At some point, maybe if you're doing some cleanup of your Facebook, maybe that's when you notice there's some random pages you don't remember subscribing to. That's how that happens. When you click on random things and you don't even know what they are, okay? So don't do that. Just stop doing it. And here's the thing. This isn't new. We all got those emails back in the day, right? Those stupid email forwards. I was never so happy that email forwards stopped being a thing, but it's because social media took over the lunacy. We haven't stopped the insanity. We've just changed the venue. Your Gap jeans are not coming. AOL is not giving away anything. There's no $100 gift card to Dunkin' Donuts. Like whatever other thing, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they're not giving away things to random strangers for forwarding an email or sharing a post. It's not happening. So you gotta take a second and look for the sketchy stuff. That's just common sense. Look for the sketchy stuff so that you know you're not just handing over information and helping some rando get more engagement on their page. You don't even know what it's going to be in the end. It's not going to be a Toyota dealership, I'll tell you that. People are going to start using their heads for more than just a hat rack. There are some people who don't have the good sense God gave a goose. They'll believe anything you tell them. Demon sperm? There are people who believe the demon sperm thing. I mean, this is what we're dealing with, people. So don't add to it, okay? Don't be one of the people who does crazy, stupid things because you're just so blinded by the possibility that there's a free Toyota Prius in your future. There's not. There's not. Just be smart. Think before you click. Do a little due diligence. Doesn't take very long. It's not like you have to get out the yellow pages and see if there's a Toyota of West whatever. You don't have to call them. You can just hover over a link and pretty much tell. Okay? So take 2 seconds. Because it's not rocket science. It's common sense. I'm just trying to make the world a better place. You're welcome.